I'm so excited to announce for the first time in UT-RGV's history, our chapter, CEO-UTRGV, has won Chapter of the Year out of hundreds of different chapters across the country. So as CEO-UTRGV, we are part of a global company called CEO, right? The Collegiate Entrepreneurs Organization. And they have different chapters across the country, depending on the different states, the different regions. And so that's a pretty remarkable achievement for CEO-UTRGV to be recognized out of the hundreds of chapters as the most outstanding chapter. And I think it's because not only what we do for our members and our university, but for the community as well. And that's why we were so proud to have our partnership with the RGV Hispanic Chamber. And I think initiatives like that really took us over the top and made us real competitive when they were considering who would win this award.
Well, that is our main focus, small business. So we definitely encourage the School of Business to get their students, trained, get their set of mind thinking as to how they're going to set up their business, et cetera. So we are looking into getting together a mentorship program with some of the students that definitely want to go into business. So we're going to partner them up with our chamber members and have them have someone that will guide them through all of the facets of opening up a business, how to get their funding, how to manage the do's and don'ts of having a business, how to deal with your employees, et cetera, et cetera. So they'll have a mentor to guide them along. And honestly, that is truly the best firsthand experience of getting to know from an experienced business owner.
So I'm happy to say that we have a very diverse and vast group of entrepreneurs. And I can tell you, a lot of our members aren't your typical entrepreneurs in the sense that people think entrepreneurship is only for business owners, you're trying to start a law firm or anything like that. But we have a bunch of members that either want to be musicians, cooks, or just want to brand themselves. And so what we've tried to do as an organization is kind of reword what entrepreneurship means. It's not just about owning a business, it's about creating value for your community. And so ever since we kind of rebranded ourselves to that, we had a lot more members that were interested that weren't just business majors. We have liberal arts majors, we have political science majors, any sort of major that you can think of, we probably have one in our organization. But I think that's what makes our organization so great, right? Because we have a bunch of different perspectives that can add value to whatever conversation or initiatives that we're trying to do. So our membership has grown over the past few years. I'm very proud to have seen that. So in our sort of alumni network, we have a group chat where we connect alumni and current members. We have over 150 members there in that group chat. As far as active members, we're around that 40 to 50 mark, which is really, really good because in the past few years, we had numbers that were significantly lower than that. But I think, like I said, because we're rebranding and because of the initiatives that we're doing and the attention that we're getting because of what we're doing for our members, thanks to organizations such as yours, that's brought in a lot more excited members. And the more members we have, the better off our organization is going to be.
Exactly. And, and he does make a good point. Not everybody wants to be a business owner, but still, you yourself have to learn, have to know how to deal with people themselves. So getting those skills and tidbit info also helps. So yes, we will have that information as well. Everybody thinks that it's a great, great idea, honestly, because this is our future. This is America's future here. So we need to get it started on the right foot, and let them learn from our mistakes. And that way there won't be any pitfalls, hopefully no pitfalls. Of course, life is a roller coaster, but, at least we try to guide them in the right direction, right, educate them with that information. Now, what they do with it, that's up to them.
Yeah, that's up to my job as president to make sure they're equipped. But it's about, you providing that information, you providing that mentorship, because that's, I think, the number one thing that our members are looking for is experience. And who better to learn from than experienced professionals like all of your amazing members. And so we're really looking forward to seeing what the potential of this program will be and even more what the outcome will be, because really, I think right now we're in a critical state in our region right now where entrepreneurship is blossoming. And so we need to make sure that the future is prepared for what the region is going to bring, because there's a lot of new investments that are coming in. You have SpaceX, you have Zoho. So there's a newfound investment in the Valley, and we want to make sure that our future generation is equipped to take on that mantle.
Exactly. We don't know how many of these students are future multimillionaires. and they will bring, big economic figures to the valley, to the region, to the state, and hopefully, other branches outside of Texas. So yeah, no, we'd love to know that we were part of that. So no, it really, really enlightens our heart to know that.
I think what this organization has really helped me learn personally, because even as president, I'm always learning from the organization just as much as I'm trying to teach. And so I think it's kind of gotten me to fall in love with public service and servicing the community, right? And there's a lot of different ways to do that. There's through entrepreneurship, or there's through working in the public sector. So for me, I think my goal is just overall to help continue to serve the community, and any way I can do that, I would be more than happy to step into that mantle. And I think right now for me, that looks like being in charge of an organization that's fostering the future business leaders of the community. And after that, I guess we'll have to see what the next step is. But if I can be half as successful as Miss Cynthia over here, I think I'd be all right. So,
well, I'm very, very, very proud of Skyler, because he's got the right idea, he's got the right plan, and he's got the right thoughts. He just said one of the other key things of giving back. And not only do we want to educate the people on the students on how to start and how to begin and what to do, what not to do, but also to give back. Be part of the community. Donate your time, your resources to other nonprofits, to schools, to churches, whatever. But be involved in the community.
I just want to say, of course, thank you to all of our members who make our organization what it is. I want to thank our university for providing us the support that they do in order to make sure our organization functions properly. And lastly, I want to thank the community, right? Of course, our amazing partners like the RGV Hispanic Chamber. We aren't able to do what we're able to do if it wasn't for them, and everyone that supports us in the community, because at the end of the day, we're trying to make sure we're the best organization we can be, so that we can end up providing back to the community that fostered us. So thank you to everyone, and obviously thank you to our global chapter for giving us this award. And if you're thinking about entrepreneurship and you're in UT-RGV, CEO-UTRGV is the place for you.